On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are back at the abandoned mini resort for the first time in 2 weeks. And today, we got to get a bunch of stuff ready to do the real work tomorrow. The work you guys want to see, which is painting this place. I am excited. I hope you guys are excited. Today, we're just going to jump right in. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, we're back at the abandoned mini resort, and it has been storming non-stop. So we've got a lot of weeds, as you would expect. Well, it's kind of the ground cover. It's always one type of weed, and it's really tall and it's really annoying. So I couldn't find my weed eater string anywhere. Not to mention, we don't even have the right weed eater string here, unfortunately. This is 0.065, and it's like the most garbage string ever on the planet. You want to run a thicker string, it holds up a lot longer, so I have to change this string about every 4 minutes or something of weed eating. So I came up with a better idea. I've got a ton of one thing here. You guys know what it is. The exact same OD as good weed eater string, 12 gauge copper wire. So I threaded up the weed eater, I balanced it carefully. I went to the string cutoff blade, I pulled out my copper wire, you can still see it's in there, and I cut it just shy of the cutter there, and it ran and it balanced and it was cutting like none other. And unfortunately, the wire doesn't like the vibration from having to go through the weed eater head, and they broke off after about 30 seconds. So yes, it's super dangerous. I don't recommend doing this at home. In fact, like, obviously don't, because the copper wire can come out like a, you know, a knife and hit you in the leg. So don't do that, but I thought it was gonna be genius. It wasn't. You win some, you lose some. Back to the terrible weed eater string. Anything's better than driving to town to get string. Many of you know I love this Milwaukee weed eater. It is awesome, but the problem is, this is kind of a new thing. Oh, now the copper wire's stuck inside it. Look at that. Did I do a good job or what? That stuff was never gonna go flying out, that's for sure. Anyway, this thing split in half, the cover for the weed eater. So now it's a huge pain to load it and everything. I gotta order a new one. Oh well, it ran for like 3 years. Update, weed eating is going about as well as could be expected. I got a little area done. I did just order a new head. They're only $34. Shout out to Milwaukee for that the whole thing. You get a whole new one. That's a lot. And it comes preloaded with string. What's a steel one cost, Eric? Less. No, it doesn't. Yes, no, it doesn't. Ripping you off. Yeah. Okay, I'm a DeWalt man. Well, Eric is pulling all the gutters, all of this wood off the front of the house real quick here, because it's time to build a soffit on the front so we can hang speakers. I'm kidding. We're not putting speakers up front, but we do need to clean this up, make it look nice, and put new gutters on. So, knock that thing off. Maybe by the end of this weekend, we can even put gutters on the front and back, guys. That would be ideal. These gutters here, they're going in the trash. We're making stuff, huh? We're not putting gutters on this. We are putting gutters on this house. There are no gutters in this house. We're putting gutters on this that you push a button and they pop up like you're bowling. That's the goal. So, like bumper gutters? Yep. Are you just making stuff up? I am not. You find those on Amazon? Fully robotic, yeah, Amazon. Amazon gutters. Get it with your purse.
I was just doing it for TV purposes.
For TV purposes.
They make it look really hard on HD TV, so I figured I could do the same thing. You ever watch that where they just pull things the wrong way and
oh yeah,
put cabinets in upside down?
But you gotta grunt like it's really some work on the HD TV.
What was that show? Extreme Home Makeover?
Yeah.
My dad and Jeff went in there because they couldn't figure anything out.
Oh, did they?
And they were hanging cabinets upside down, and Kelly went in there and was just like...
At the Rose Hill house when they built that one?
Yeah, he literally took a huge cabinet and flipped over, and they went, oh.
I didn't know your dad worked on that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. He hung out with old Ty Pennington.
Yeah.
I don't think he was ever there.
No, definitely not. Smack that gutter with the hammer. I like how they use different color gutters.
It's got like sheetrock screws through the
through the gutters.
Through the gutters.
Of course it does. The yard is as mowed as it's getting, as far back as we're going. That took 4 batteries, 2 real batteries and 2 old tiny batteries. But
that's the Milwaukee problem right there.
Okay, only one of them was charged. That's the thing. No. Eric's half done building the soffit here.
No.
So we're ready to rip some soffit material down, start shooting it in. Are these all cut the same?
Not that one, the too small one.
Here
Yes and no.
Yes and no. All right, guys, we're halfway to soffit. It is almost there. We're out of material though, so we are headed to Lowe's right now to pick up the rest to get this all tacked up in there. And after that, well, that pretty much wraps up the front. We're gonna put some vents in there to let the eaves breathe. This house was set up like that with kind of an eave vent. There's a little gap up there all the way around the house, so we're gonna put that back in, make sure there's airflow. Trim out the very top as well, and this thing will be wrapped up and we're ready for paint. Speaking of paint, if we come inside, we've got a shower right there. That's our complete Onyx shower ready to go, and we've got 10 gallons of the paint for this house. You can see the color. That is gonna look amazing.
10 galleons.
10 galleons hat. All right, guys, we're doing a little bit of cleanup. Heading to the dumpster to clean up our mess from today. And luckily, the front of the house just looks better every single time. Front, back of the house. It's about done. So now we're heading to Lowe's. And let's go get some material and yeah, the Lowe's dance. Guys, we are back at it again out here the next day. And obviously we picked up some material last night. And now we've got a front soffit. Eric's adding a little trim piece underneath it. Just kind of makes everything look a bit more complete. And it's time to start prepping for paint on this. So, and I am deleting the paint. You can see that this is a chore. I wasn't prepped for doing this. So we have this Wagner paint eater here. This thing works pretty well, but of course it takes a power cord and it runs pretty slowly, and it's also, just because of the way it's shaped, really hard to get into the siding contours, right? Where it has that little kick up. Now, the angle grinder is amazing, and I use the angle grinder to do all of that after I use the paint eater for 30 seconds. This thing is awesome. It gets right into the contour because I can turn my wrist and make the magic happen, no guard. But it blows through batteries. I think I've done 15 minutes of it so far. I got most of the paint off of that side right there, and here we are with the first dead battery.
You want a real battery?
No, I don't need
a real one.
I don't need your flex volt. I promise your grinder doesn't run any longer.
Oh, it will.
No, it won't. We're back down to about where we need to be. You know, the transitions are nice. That's kind of what we're going for. I need to hit that. We don't want any loose paint. We're trying to eliminate stuff like that. So you can't really use the paint eater for that. You kind of have to use the grinder. So, a few more minutes over here. That side's ready for paint. We're gonna move up to the top, hit all that as soon as that caulk dries now. Other than that, we're ready to mask, and we're gonna go ahead and shoot the front, and while the front's getting painted, I'll move on to the back. And of course, we need to do the sides. We've talked about building scaffolding. Scaffolding's cheap, but it's the world's biggest nightmare. There's nothing worse on the planet than scaffolding. So we should have a 60-foot snorkel lift here. We can park all the way over here, reach all the way out to the house, and make all the magic happen. There's a lot of stuff that's gonna be really hard to paint without that, so hopefully that's here either today or Monday. The rental company can't decide if they're gonna be able to deliver it today or Monday.
Well, you had a real truck.
Yeah, I mean, we need a gooseneck and a lowboy trailer, and we don't have any of those things. The lift we need is over 20,000 pounds, and they really need to deliver it with a semi. I think they're delivering it with an F450 and a custom lowboy they have. Well, at this point, I'm starting to think this is one of those one side of the house per day deals we're doing here. But Eric just finished caulking everything in. I just got basically every bit of paint stripped off the front of the house. There's a little bit left, but we're finally sure that everything that's left is secure. And now I've been working over here. Look at this, this is insane. We are making some slow progress over here. What's nice is once it gets up to the top, the paint's actually still on there. So hopefully we don't have to go much higher than that window, but the rest of this, it just keeps coming off. Every time you get a little bit off, more and more and more is loose. Easy there, Turbo.
Are you ladder certified?
I'm forklift certified. That trumps all, actually. It's the highest possible rating. If you don't paint the grass, what are you doing? We both knew that had to happen because we needed to extend all the way down. But we've got our test spray done. The time has come to actually spray this thing. This could have been a time lapse, but I can't go in the front door, guys. I tried to get every little spider web.
Off my rag.
We'll mask the dirt by turning it over with the shovel.
Yeah, we'll have dirt grabbing in there. You probably never see any of it.
Oh, I know. I'm not worried about it. Do you want me to cover the porch, or are we going to sand that up?
It's getting redone.
Oh, yeah, we are redoing that. We got to redo the whole deck because those two boards didn't match. Dude, that looks awesome. I love it. White trim, and this is going to be sweet. Before, after. It's time to move on to the back while the front is drying. We've been working on the sides too, but there's only so much we can do on the sides until that snorkel lift gets here. So I am going to grab the grinder, and we're going to get as much of this paint off the back of the house as we can. And then we got to mask everything, and we should be ready to rock and roll. So a little bit of work, we'll be there. Well guys, there are giant storms all around us coming in, huge hail. They're talking about baseball-sized hail on the weather right now. Hopefully not right here, because all I know is we're gonna try to keep painting. So Eric is dragging the paint sprayer over right now. I just finished taping up. Basically everything's masked, so we just have to tape up the door, start spraying. So that is where we're going, but I think he just decided to start spraying the chimney for fun. Oh, I wasn't ready for that yet.
I wanted to make sure it's still spraying more than anything.
Woo, guys. The camera might be inside, but we have the phone out here and you get to have a look at the magic happening. There's the old color.
I ruined it.
I think it's fine.
I got paint on the deck.
Oh, yeah, throw the deck away. We'll build another one. One more deck.
I'd rather not. It's not easy.
Sherwin-Williams did tell us that this paint here, this Latitude, is watertight in 30 minutes. So we're gonna really hope that's true here in a bit. One more quick look before the storm rolls in. This is really it for the day, guys. The paint's still pretty wet, so we're hoping it dries before this actual rain starts here. You can see some lines where it's wet and just the sheen right now. It's got a long way to go to dry, and the humidity is climbing quick. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about weather. You guys understand how it is. And then we'll head back inside here where we've got everything in here because we're making a quick trash run to get everything off the property before the storm starts. And let's head out front where I should have already put the lights back on. But this looks awesome. And we haven't even painted the trim yet. So we went ahead and sprayed, you know, kind of opposite of what you normally do. We were talking about painting the trim white first, but it needed to be done in this order because we can't switch the sprayer back and forth, so we're just gonna hand do all the white. Well, we've got a truck full of trash, all the old lumber, all that good stuff. We're getting all that out of here. The bricks, the cinder blocks are painted all the way around the back of the house. Looking really cool. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts.
Gee.
What was that?
I don't know, it was eating me.
It's a monster, whatever it was, dude.
I was like, that freaking hurts.
Yeah. What are you? Oh, it wasn't stinging you.
It was biting me.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, I could feel it, and I went like that. It was biting me, I don't know what it is. Is it a horsefly?
It must be a horsefly or something. Anyway, for cool shirts, not like this. This is one I grabbed out of the trash pile so we could paint. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.
I cleaned up riding the truck.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I mean, we've been using it as a work truck, so. Woo! What a difference. Monday we can finally paint this when we get the equipment.
White chimney or green chimney?
White chimney, green chimney? I don't know, man.
I have to get more paint if white, but...
White chimney would look cool. We might need more paint if it's green too. We're cutting it close.
Yeah, but I forgot to turn the propane on.
That was totally Eric. Eric has this one responsibility: changing the propane.